Okej. Z powrotem. Długo by to nie zajęło. Teraz 5 minut. Niestety, jak widziałem ten obóz nowy, to tym razem miałem krew kości, a nie walkę na pięści. Ostatnio z strażnikiem mogą porozmawiać. Ale rozmawiałem z tym pastuchem i z handlarzem koniem. O to chodzi? Chyba nie to. Trzeba było pilnować. Najedzony? Jeszcze nie do końca. Kurde, tego trzeba jeść. O,
There's no food for me here. Oh, sacre. Someone got here before me.
no. Jeżeli nie wiesz.
Damnation.
Prosto.
Ah, damn.
Przebij.
Why is he barking so much? What the? There's nothing going on. Why are you fooling around with that door?
Więc zrobię. Się umyję.
Get out of my sight.
Spokojnie. Teraz. Udało się. Wydaje mi się, że trochę mi się przyda tam coś cięższego. Tutaj ktoś mieszka? Przycisk. Hello?
What was that?
Drobny pijak.
I heard it coming from here.
Chodź tu. Chcę pójść na
What
Twittera.
do you want here?
Możemy porozmawiać? To nie chcę się z tobą bić.
I see you break into anything, you'll answer to me.
Yes?
Coś daje? A znowu. Drobny pijak. To mi się nie przyda. Ja miałem to pójść. Udać się.
Go! Ja!
Słabo jak wcześniej. Wyjścia. Tam do logu.
Go!
No podobanie. To jest tam miejsce. Niestety to jest na dziką zwierzynę, no pierwszy. Ja zaczynam jako miejsce polowania. Oj, coś się średnio porusza. Wieś? Co na jakieś wieś? To jaka? Nowe hasło. Higiena. O, jest tego, że leją. Teraz rozsiąść. Hello.
Greetings,
Cię
trio.
lubię krwiala. Co nazywasz?
What is this hooved monster? Ugh.
Chyba.
What'll it be?
I heard you have some clothes here that belong to Miller Crazel.
You're damn right I do. They're here waiting for him. Only I had to put them away in a chest in the loft. So I don't have to be constantly reminded of the debt Crazel racked up here. Taking his bloody time he is, the bastard. Those rags have been here for so long, the rats have got into them. Why do you care about them so much anyway?
The Miller mentioned them. Said I could take them.
Are you his new lackey or what? Did Zinnek start to get on his nerves?
Well,
Look, I don't really care who takes them. They're a bunch of boring rags. But if you only knew how much work it was to wash out them particular black stains and sew up the burn holes, and most of all, to wash out that awful stench of rotten eggs, ugh. Along with Crazel's debt, it'll cost you this much, including the price of soap.
come on, Dorothy.
What is it?
Się płacić za jakiś bachmany.
Wouldn't you rather I got rid of those clothes once and for all? Don't you know they're cursed?
Cursed? What do you mean,
To nie
cursed?
uwierz.
Well, I'm not sure how well you know Crazel.
I know he's an odd bloke. Suspicious, too.
He's also in love. With you, that is.
He's in love with me? But, well, what does that have to do with the clothes?
He enchanted them. Whoever washes them is hexed. It confounds their senses. Did you sense something in the air? Love, perhaps?
Boże, to jest.
All I sense in the air are stale farts. And that's not how I imagine love.
Well, maybe the spell hasn't started working yet. You should give me the clothes before something happens.
Don't you worry. My first impression of Crazel was so strong, I don't think any magic will be able to break through. Either you pay off the debt and the clothes, or leave me alone.
About Crazel's clothes.
You seem right obsessed with them boring old rags, lad. Oh, we had to
So
wash them
weird.
7 times to get that stench of rotten eggs out of them. Ugh.
I might be interested in them.
Well, it seems they must be worth...
for that, and I'm not sure how else to convince you. My body is in need of rest and relaxation.
Certainly, my baths are at your service.
I'd like to get to know one of your pretty bathmates.
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll
Będzie
forget
gości?
all your sorrows. At least for a little while.
I can't wait.
Excellent.
staram się.
Pay up and we can get started.
Kosztuje 1003.
Nah, that's too much. I won't pay that much for it.
I'm offering honest services at an honest price. But suit yourself.
Łaźnia. Osiedle.
Good day to you.
Good day.
Wsiąść? Nic się nie
Watch where you're
stało.
going.
Spokojna głowa.
Blessings to you.
That's it!
Bullshit. Since when does the night have ears? And maybe it wouldn't linger on if you got boozed up before bed and then gave your bishop's hat a good polish.
It's a
sypał
metaphor.
Syna.
It's what Aristotle regards as the foundation stone of composition.
God bless.
That an ass like you couldn't possibly understand.
True. I'd never pollute my head with such codswallop. I need to keep it clear for real poetry.
Right, and you've come up with some real pearls, haven't you?
Too right I have. How about the Ballad of Sinful Sally? Or my opus, Ode to Ale?
Right. Ale, ale, you stir my blood and make the ugliest woman look good. You call that poetry? It's the bleating of a goat.
Uczenie
It's a
kozła.
poem that every man Jack can understand, unlike that airy, fairy, lovesick whiny of yours that not even the parish priest can make head or tail of, and he's nearly educated.
Art for its own sake. That is the true goal of real poetry.
Jesus, there's no talking to you. Let's drink.
Aye, let the ale flow and wash away the bitter taste of discord.
What are you two talking about then?
Ah, a peasant like you would never understand.
I'll have you know you're talking to the right hand of a nobleman, you nobody.
Ah, my profound apologies.
Ja się nie
I
uda.
mistook the noble excrement on your shoes for common peasant shit.
Have a drink with us, worthy sir.
Well, why not? I'll gladly have a
Don't
drink.
think so, być
My
pijany.
name is Henry.
Then sit, noble Enrico, and give your verdict on our dispute.
Aye, don't be shy. Come and sit with us.
It's Henry. H-E-N... Whatever.
Ah, any tanner or bathhouse boy could be called Henry. Enrico is nobilissimo.
Oh, for the love of God. Will you just tell me what you were discussing?
Ah, it's just that my dear friend George here is a vulgar louse who knows as much about the art of poetry as a baying donkey.
To tell the truth, my last encounter with verse didn't end all that well.
Really? Tell us all about it.
So, are you going to tell me what you're talking about?
It's about nothing less than the very essence of the art of poetry.
And also about the fact that Michael here hasn't got his oats for ages, and it's got his brain in a twist.
Kindly ignore our friend George here. He's been a simple soul ever since he was dropped on his head as a baby.
Oj, prawie.
Freedom. I figured out poetry ain't to be found in inspiration from the muse. All the truth in the world is right there in ale, roast pig, and fucking.
To the point where fornication and drinking leave no time for actual composing. Better to forego the pleasures of the flesh and give oneself to art. Onorate l'altissima poeta.
Aye, aye. Keep your hair on, mate. As I said, he's not in his right mind. He once met an Italian poet, and ever since he thinks he's Dante Alighieri.
Alighieri, you dolt. So what do you think, Enrico? Where should a poet seek inspiration?
Well, I rather doubt it's to be found in beer or some wench's cleavage. Those might be nice to look at, but an artist should seek inspiration in higher things.
My very words. Let's drink to that.
However you look at it, you, my friend, as a worldly...
And highborn.
clever...
experienced.
intrepid...
unique.
In short, just the right fella.
You might be able to help us out with something.
What are you after?
Enrico, we are in need of an adventurer.
My name's Henry. H-E-N... something...
In short, Enrico, we're in need of an adventurer, a man of action, a man of goodwill, a man of knowledge, a man.
A fucking good fella.
A fellow who helps his fellow man. Aspiring minstrels.
If only you knew, mate, what genius is sleeping in our throats. Songs just waiting for a voice to raise you to the heights of glory.
Imagine it. An ode to Henry, the hapless, hoe-wielding hero, harassing the heartless hordes of
The humans?
That's it! Hark! Henry the Lionheart! The only thing missing for you to achieve glory is...
a loot! We need a loot!
All right, but where would I even get a thing like that?
In the words of the poet, una volta corre il cane, e una altra la lepre. He who seeks shall find, or something like that.
And finding it won't be hard. We've done a bit of snooping, and there's only one in these parts.
It's hanging all forlorn on a wall at the carpenters in Troskowitz. The house directly opposite the Rathaus.
It ain't no use to him, but he won't sell it, the tight ass.
While if it were in our hands...
In our hands, it will sing like a nun on Sunday.
And it will be the torch lighting our way from this provincial purgatory to the gates of Kuttenberg.
Torch? Shit, you want to fucking burn it?
It's a metaphor, you ignorant oaf.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Please just quieten down for a bit.
Aye.
Zadanie.
Right up.
Chyba dobrze.
Do you really think Henry can handle it?
Skąd ja to mam? A ukradłem.
You know what the carpenter said? He won't sell that loot for a king's ransom.
Dobre wino. Ile to kosztuje? Ja kupię sobie. Jedno.
I hope you'll
Don't
be
lose faith,
satisfied.
my friend.
Take care.
He'll handle...
Kupiłem czy nie? Jakiś. Książki. Przepis na redukcję. Mniejsza stopień upojenia na dobrze, a dobrej jakości całkiem przywraca trzeźwość, odpomoga na kacę i alkoholizm. Przepis na Ezopa. Poprawia umiejętności jeździeckie i obchodzenie się z psami. Dobrej jakości sprawi, że zwierzęta będą mniej zwracały na ciebie uwagę, psy nie szczekały.
Just fine. Perhaps he'll make a deal with the old man. Either...
to za efekt? Miejsce do czytania. To właściwie miejsce, żeby przeczytać książkę. Czytanie stanie się szybsze, a ty nauczy się wiele z książek. Rausz.
Wait, it won't cost us a thing anyway. And don't change the subject.
Greetings to you.
Kupiłem czy nie kupiłem? Tu jest dobre wino.
What can I do for you?
Handlować.
God bless you.
God bless. The Lord be with you. What do you need?
Handlować. Wydaje. Czemu niektórzy się tak losowo nazywają? Nie rozumiem tego. Adam.
I saw you have quite a nice bull here.
Do you mean the white one? It belongs to old Olbram. Or rather, Olbram belongs to the bull. The old geezer don't have nothing else on his mind besides that bull of his. He barely even comes to the inn anymore because he's always watching it.
He watches the bull. How so?
He has his farmhands stand outside the barn with lanterns all night, keeping watch. I can't really blame him. An animal like that is a real rarity. I just feel sorry for the lads.
Do you think Olbram would sell the bull?
Not for all the gold in the world, my friend. He even makes the farmhands guard the barn at night. That's how much he worries about it.
What's going on around here, innkeeper?
You're not going to believe this, but 2 local lads claim they found a water goblin's treasure.
You have a water goblin here?
It would be a wonder if we didn't, with all the ponds around. He's got a hut nearby. If you follow the right bank of the Rock Tower Pond, you'll find it hidden in the reeds.
Where did you say the water goblin's hut was?
If you follow the right bank of the Rock Tower Pond, you'll find it hidden in the reeds.
And what did they find there? Are you sure they didn't make it up?
I thought so too at first. They're foolish lads, so I wouldn't be surprised. But then they ordered wine and paid with silver. Their purse was jingling with groschen.
Would you happen to know where I could find these lads?
They often swim at the other side of the Rock Tower Pond. There's a pier there by the dam. That's their spot.
Any other news?
Recently, a bunch of charcoal burners who have their kilns on the hill above the Kerchak Pond came here to have a beer. I started talking to them and they told me they almost didn't make it.
Why?
They said a pack of wolves came after them.
Aren't wolves afraid of people?
That's what I thought too. It's strange.
Right.
Did they tell you where it happened?
In a gorge above the Rock Tower Pond. They noticed the wolves watching them from the rocks. If you climb up those rocks, you'll be able to see the whole pond from there.
Did
they tell you how large the pack was?
They mentioned 3
To nie
wolves,
chodziło o miejsce do
but
polowań.
God knows if that's all of them.
Do you have any more news?
By the way, we've put together this wee fight club here.
A to
Would you like to
fight
try
club.
it?
That's why I'm here. The Miller Crazel from Lower Semin sent me.
Wonderful. He boasted he'd be sending a real tough fella this time, so I'm interested in seeing what you've got. By the way, old Olbram from Zheleov keeps complaining about the Takovites. If you go and see him, I'm sure he'll tell you more about it. But, well, he takes a bit of getting used to, though.
Oh? What do you mean?
You'll see. I mean, here, and that's
Okay.
pretty much
Wiecie,
everything.
o co chodzi?
Thanks, innkeeper. That sounds interesting. Tell me more about these fights of yours.
It's really quite simple. You bet some money and fight against 3 blokes in turn. Our first fighter
Siema.
is Hans, a local musician. He may not look like much, but he knows a few tricks. Then we have Bohunek here. He works with
Like this one.
horses, so he has more than enough strength to spare. And then there's Fiala. A good bloke, but Dorothy, his wife, has forbidden him from fighting.
I'd like to try the fights here.
And did Crazel give you enough money?
Ano?
He did. Here it is.
Excellent! Then the fights can begin. Or they could. But as I said, old Fiala is sitting at home in the doghouse. His old woman won't let him fight anymore.
So you took my money for nothing?
Easy, lad, easy. We'll sort something out. What if you tried to talk to Dorothy? You're a stranger. Maybe she won't be as sharp with you as she is with us. Go and see her. She manages the baths behind the inn. It's no more than 5 steps.
All right then. I'll see what I can do.
What will it be?
What's going on around here, innkeeper?
Nothing really new. If you're looking for work, look somewhere else.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a friend of mine. He's not from round here, but...
Let me guess. A dirty ruffian who ain't got a groschen to his name but acts like he owns the bloody place.
He was here then?
Aye, he was. He was larging it up, good and proper, and then he found some lads who paid his bill, unfortunately.
What do you mean by that? Why unfortunately?
Because they're right ruffians who are always up to no good. But still, birds of a feather, eh? In the end, they left like best pals, but I've got no idea where they went.
I need a place to sleep and something to eat.
Aye, we've got some room left. And for how long?
Just for tonight.
All right, but money up front.
12. Na razie nie. Tylko handel. Wieś o jednego za dużo i kocha zacząć się osłabiać. Teraz musi poczekać, aż negatywne skutki miną. Okay. Spodziewałem się tego. Mogę tu być? Trochę mogę być. Trzy razy. Chyba nie próbował.
What is it, you scoundrel?
Ona mnie
Watch
nazywa.
where you're going.
Oj, chyba ze wszystkimi rozmawiałem. Nie miałam rozmawiać. Ja? Pójść tak. O.
I'm looking for the barber, Fiala.
Then you found him. What can I do for you?
Well, hurry up. There's some fights to be fought. The whole tavern is waiting for you.
I know, but my Dorothy has forbidden me from going.
Forbidden? Why?
She says I have to make certain everyone's orderly and whatever. One bloke, and I'm in charge of a whole bunch of girls. Meanwhile, this is a pretty decent business. Nobody has made any problems for as long as I can remember.
And can't you just put your foot down? She's your wife, isn't she? What business does she have forbidding you anything?
Oh, that would be great. Dorothy's a wonderful woman, but she's hand in hand with the innkeeper, Lawrence. The next thing I know, I'd get no dinner at home and no beer in the tavern.
But if you don't come, the fights can't start.
Then you try to convince Dorothy. I've already tried.
Praise the Lord.
No dobra.
Ah, good day.
No. Nie wiem, tego dobrze powiedzieć. Praise the Lord.
What do you want
Skąd
here,
porozmawiać?
you yokel?
Jest tak.
Why don't you want to allow Fearler to fight?
Because he always beats everybody up. Then the lads are all black and blue, and the girls don't have a lot of business. Putting poultices on bruises isn't going to pay for a new roof.
Have no fear. Once I make mincemeat out of him, he'll be happy to sit home on his arse.
You? Minced meat? Don't take this the wrong way, but my man would tear you to pieces. Fiala has the power of 7 blokes all together. And hands like shovels.
Shovels.
But this is a great opportunity for the baths. When the lads see Fearler fight, they'll definitely behave well for you here.
Or perhaps they'll come here to make trouble just because my man is a brawler. Not a chance.
What if I made up the lost profits?
Well, that would probably be all right.
Here you go.
I just knew we'd come to an agreement. All right, then. Take Fiala with you. But this time, it really is the last time. What would you like?
Tak. Wejdź i zapisz. Wróć. To będzie git.
What is this huge monster?
Good evening. Do you need something?
Get up. Let's go and fight.
Really? So Dorothy allowed it?
She said she'd let you go this one last time.
That's my girl. Let's go. We can't keep the lads waiting.
Could you come over here for a moment?
Why not?
Did I hear right that you're going to compete in the fights at the tavern?
Hello?
Aye, I'm planning to. Why?
Well, I have a favour to ask of you.
And what do you need, girl?
One of the fighters, named Bohunek, he takes care of the horses here.
What about him?
I want you to give him a proper beating, so he won't be able to sit for at least a week.
And why? Did something happen?
He often comes to see me, pretends he likes me, but last time he came drunk. He ordered a bath, something to eat and drink, but then he suddenly knocked the tray out of my hand and started groping me.
Wait, he...
No, luckily not. But when I pulled away from him, he hit me so hard I thought he'd knock my eye out.
Well, why don't you tell Dorothy? She runs the baths, doesn't she? I bet she'd take care of Bohunek.
I can't. I'd have to confess he ran away without paying. But if you give him a really good thrashing, it'd be fair.
Bastards like that should get a proper beating. Hitting girls.
So you'll give him a hiding?
You better believe it. He won't put his hands on you anymore.
Thank you. Then come and see me. I'll figure out a way to repay you.
Podziemnej Annie. Mieszkasz?
Lass mich schlafen.
Chcę odgrać? Pomogę. Spanie na 3 minuty. Tak, to trudno.
Look out!
Jest tam. Daję. Śpi. To zdanie. Czekać aż on... Fajnie.
Drink some beer.
Halo.
Ah, buen gesto. Leave me alone.
Będzie głupie.
Das ist meine...
Spróbować coś znaleźć. Prześpię w jego łóżku.
Here he is.
You're not permitted
Catch
to
him.
be here. I've got you. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's
Stoi
property.
za drzwiami.
You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
A nie, kara.
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No? What?
They're really good in bed.
It's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
All right, then, I'll turn a blind eye. Just this once.
Kurczę, no to się dało. Jeśli o jedno za dużo, tak już kasy, co znaczy osłabienie trybutu.
Are you
Jeszcze
blind?
przez picie możesz popaść w uzależnienie. Dalej śpisz. Czekam sobie. Musiał coś zjeść.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Wstawaj, ty szczylu.
Ah, buen gesto. Leave me alone.
W końcu. Tu jest?
Aren't those dice sad?
Halo. Rozmawiaj ze mną.
Lob sei Gott. Mind where you're going.
Mogę grać w kości.
God bless.
Jest to sprawa. Szkoda, że nie mam żadnego kubka za miski. Muszę tego nałożyć.
I heard you're going to pick on your dog at the crossroads.
Kupić.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
God be with you.
Jadłem się. O, chcę sobie kupić coś. Dorastałeś w kuźni, dlatego rozumiesz to rzemiosło i znasz związane z nim honorowe i niehonorowe praktyki. W sklepie nikt cię nie oszuka, znasz jakość towarów i umiesz zyskać dobrą cenę. Możesz kupować, sprzedawać broń, zbroję i ubrania po cenach o 10% korzystniejszych. To musimy sprawdzić. Jedzenie. Zaraz się przyjadą. Pchałeś się za dużą ilością jedzenia, teraz jest ci niedobrze. Twoja maksymalna wytrzymałość jest podniesiona.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done in time? That tree will still be here long after we are gone.
Blessings to you.
Greetings.
And with you.
Well, this doesn't seem too bad. Here we are.
Twory szczerbina.
Ah!
Wiemy? No, w końcu. Co zapisać? To takie oszukańcze zapisywanie.
Ah! So
A musician and a fighter. You don't see that every day.
when you spend as much time as I do in Kneipen und Schenken and catch so many Schläge, you learn to return them.
No, I get that. But why are you fighting for money?
I've been here a long time and I would like to travel a bit further. Every groschen helps.
Where are you headed?
Kuttenberg, Prag, Wien, wherever my feet will take me. Or a willing foreman will carry me. So maybe I shall end up in the next tavern or in the Dunghaufen behind the village.
Come and fight.
Wunderbar. Ausgezeichnet. Möchtest du wetten? It's more fun when you have something to lose or win.
Here you go.
That is what I
Weźmiemy
like to
wszystkie
see.
pieniądze. O,
Haha, ich poliere dir deine Fresse.
cicho.
Verdammter
Co
Mistkerl.
zrobił?
Ah, meine Nase. Hier. Ah,
Co on
I'll
zrobił?
show you. Hier. Keep dancing. Ah, meine Nase. Ah, meine Nase. Haha, ich poliere dir deine Fresse. Hier. Oh, I'll show you. Ich schleif dir die Eier. Ah, meine Nase. Keep dancing.
No po prostu. Żeby zabić. Straciłem dużo życia nawet. Dawaj.
You gave me a beating. If you broke my Negrazien finger, I won't be able to play anything for a while.
Thanks for the fight.
Ah,
Nie moja wina.
you too. Here are your winnings.
Thanks.
Look out.
You
come to get your ass kicked?
O, jest.
What do you enjoy about fighting so much?
What do I know? Sometimes it's just fun to punch someone, and it makes quite an impression on the girls. When a man has a sound punch, a girl feels safer with him.
I also fought for a girl in a tavern once. Some boar was bothering her, so I stepped in.
Ha! I hope the lass was worth it. And did you win?
I kicked his arse black and blue.
Uh-huh. Unless you're just talking shit. I'll have to be careful.
Shit.
Do you show off like that often?
Only when I have a feeling some wench might be watching. And that's nearly always, since the bathhouse is next door. So if you thought I ever go easy on anybody, you couldn't be more wrong.
Let's fight.
It'll be my pleasure. But before we start, I'll collect the bets. Do you have any money?
Oczywiście.
I do. Here you go.
2,5 nawet.
And now pray.
Nie się.
Get a move on, you snail. You're going down, I tell you. Get a move on, you snail. You're going to be tasting dirt. Get a move on, you snail. Get a move on, you snail. Take that. You're going to be tasting dirt.
Co jest?
You're going down, I tell you. You're going to be tasting dirt. You're going to be tasting dirt.
Trzeba mi.
You can't take me.
We'll see about that. Take that.
Shit.
You're going to be tasting dirt. You're going to be tasting dirt. Just you wait. Get a move on, you snail.
No już. No, wstawaj.
Look out.
Wstawaj, wstawaj.
You don't look like it, but you're a good fighter. Here you
Thank
go.
you.
And you owe me a tooth, you cunt.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
What the fuck are you on about?
That's for Anna. And if I ever hear
Coś
you
bez
touch
gadać
her
ten
again,
rybu.
I'll use my steel instead of my fists.
All right, fine. I'll leave her alone.
Could it be?
To jest ta Anna.
Greetings. Do you need something?
Widziałaś walkę?
I think Bahunek won't be bothering you anymore.
Did you give him a proper licking?
A proper licking? That's an understatement. I beat the
Właśnie ja.
shit out of him.
I knew I could
Właśnie
rely
jak
on
to?
you. Unfortunately, I can't pay you for it. I can barely make ends meet myself. But I can sew. Clothes and wounds.
Thanks. That'll come in handy.
And I can also teach you something. How to mix a special ointment or to make a few stitches with a needle. What do you say?
I'd like to learn something.
Naucz mnie czegoś.
An ugly old nag.
Co naucza?
I heard you could teach me something.
It can be done, but it doesn't come free. What would you
Serio?
like to know?
Nauczyła czegoś? Nie wiem. A to idź? Co to jest? To jest
Could
piala.
it be?
Aha. Taka lutnia. Mhm. Zapiszę sobie. Myślę, że dam radę tak z połową życia.
Does your Dorothy hold you back?
Think whatever you want, but she turned me into a decent bloke. She's only trying to keep me away from temptation.
And what were you before?
A drunken good-for-nothing who could even lose his own soul at dice.
So what did she see in you?
That's a long story, but it involves Dorothy, me, a pitchfork, and the arse of one uppity customer.
So, are we gonna fight or not?
You better believe it. But we have to bet first, right? Let's make this interesting.
10, 20.
The bet sounds good.
Mało.
Here you are.
That's what I like to see. Fight!
Też jakby był stary.
I'll knock your whiskers right off your face. Take that! I'll knock your whiskers right off your face. Let me enjoy this one last time. Let me enjoy this one last time.
You're a dead man. You know that?
Dam się.
Let me enjoy this one
You can't
last
take me.
We'll see about that.
Właśnie mało możliwości życia. Wszystkiego.
I'll knock your whiskers right off your face.
Tough shit, fucker!
Oops.
Mother of God! Did you get hit by a horse?
Nah, it's nothing. Just a scratch.
Dawaj nagrodę. Jeszcze poobijany. Co ty robisz?
Dorothy was right. I should let the others start fighting now.
Good fight. Thanks.
You're welcome, lad. You beat me fair and square. But if you want to practice anything or learn something else, come and see me. I'm certain Dorothy wouldn't mind that. Here you go. It's all yours. And from now on, I'm going to make a living through boring but honest work. Don't forget to go and see Lawrence. He has a nice reward waiting for the winner.
Pięknie. Jakieś nagrodę. Nie wiem tego czerwonego widoku już.
Greetings. What do you need?
I defeated all my opponents.
I noticed, and I couldn't believe my own eyes. I thought Fiala would send you home crying, but you certainly deserve to win anyway.
Thanks.
But that still doesn't mean you're the best.
What?
Medium dostałem.
I won, didn't I?
Oh, aye. But I've heard from a few people in the tavern that there's this odd fella that
Bukowina.
lives near Bukovina. They say he could beat the devil himself if he ever met him.
That sounds like a tall tale.
It's no tale. They say he lives in the woods in Kopanina, and his name is... Oh, it starts with B. Bartholomew, Bronislav, something like that.
And if I beat this Bartholomew or Bronislav,
Then there'll be no doubt you're the best fighter in the region.
what's going on around here, innkeeper?
Jeszcze więcej mamy.
Nothing really new. If you're looking for work, look somewhere else.
Znajdź takie oferty.
I'd like something to...
And
Just for...
it can be arranged.
Dobra.
No shame at all. Hey, I just thought of this. What? Listen, Sharpie Clara never says no.
Przyspieszyć czas tylko. Bym się tak tutaj wrócił. Na drodze zauważasz pochylonego człowieka, obok niego leży nieruchome ciało, niedaleko stoi włos. Mężczyzna dostrzega cię, wstaje i rusza w twoim kierunku. Czekaj. O, udało się. Czy to szybciej zajęło na koniec, czy nie? Chyba
My
nie.
God, what happened to you? I got a bit of a scratch somewhere. It's nothing.
Słuchajcie, też nie odcisku się tyle. Wyspać tyle, żeby no całe życie zregenerować. Właściwie to albo nie. Dawaj. Że tak to poniewieram Henryk. Właśnie. Dziennik. Majstrowskiego arcymistrza. A. To udać. To jest piwek. Sobie przed tobą widzisz skromnie ubrego człowieka, pierwszy rzut oka wygląda zmęczonego, ale jego twarz wyrazna stanowczość. Trzymaj się. Uśmiecha się do ciebie.
Everything all right?
Do you have a moment?
Boję się, że chciał się bić.
Was soll das? Put that away!
Co chcesz?
What's going on?
Do you have any coin to spare?
150.
Tell me, how come you're begging? What happened to you?
Allow me to disabuse you of your misconception. I am no beggar. I simply find myself in a bind compelling me to rely on the kindness of good people.
So, you're begging?
But I'm not a beggar.
Why are you asking for charity? Fancy an ale, eh? The amount you're looking for, it sounds like you plan on downing a whole keg.
That wouldn't go amiss, but really, I need the coin so I can travel to Vlashim.
That's quite a way.
I've always found it to be a day or two's ride.
But I don't see any horse.
I don't have one. That is true. I'll join a caravan, ride along, pay for my way, my provisions and such.
Begging, but not a beggar, and he needs money to get to Vlashim. Oh, I've come across a fair few beggars before, but none have ever said that to me.
Must be a coincidence?
Look, you can tell me what's going on here.
I
Nie
can't.
ufam.
You're prying way too much as it is.
And you're surprised? I run into beggars, but never any like yourself. Something's obviously fishy here.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I simply want to reach Vlashim. You know, see a bit of the world and that.
Look, no more games.
I've told you.
No, nowy poziom.
Farewell. May you travel safely.
Yes. Thank you.
Nie mam pomysłu. Pierwsze. Kacz. Straszony rycerz. Aby dokonywać bohaterskich czynów, najpierw trzeba wykonać jak dzielny bohater. A to już pierwszy krok do zyskania miana legendy. Wartość swojej charyzmy jest wyższenie 20 punktów, to sprawia zyskać 15 punktów. Stają się to nieprzydane. Niech będzie. I walki. Doskonale. No, nikt nie wiedział, że coś takiego jest. Jak głaz. Na polu walki stoisz niczym góra, majestatyczny z daleka, jest bliska, bezwzględny i nieugięty niczym korzenie ziemi. W walce potrafisz przyjąć stabilną postawę i wykorzystać ją do zdobycia przewagi. Kiedy przez 10 sekund walki nie biegniesz ani nie wykonujesz uniku, zyskujesz 20% do pancerza. Ruszenie biegiem lub wykonanie uniku spowoduje odebranie tej premii. Będzie. Coś jeszcze tam jest. Walka wręcz. Żądli jak osa. Najpierw poznaj swojego przeciwnika, by dowiedzieć się, jak go pokonać. Po pierwszych 30 sekundach walki, kiedy jesteś nieuzbrojony, twoje ataki będą silniejsze o 30%, a wytrzymałość będzie odzyskiwać o 30% szybciej. To wszystko, tak? Mhm. Tak, tylko tak. Zrobi tak. Trzeba się drogi.
Go! Quick! Quick! Ka! Go! Go!
Wciskiwać, żeby nie odpadł.
Go! Ka! Just a bit further. Whoa!
Serio? Rzucił mnie. Parszywy koń.
Quick! Quick! Go!
Spałem chyba? Jakby śmiesznie.
Go!
Teraz zadanie. Nie, po prostu. O. Tak, tą stronę.
Go! Quick! 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 Ka! Quick!
To jest wolniej. Rzucił znowu.
Quick! Quick! Ka!
Whoa!
To gdzieś tutaj jest. Już mam. Sobie go samemu znaleźć. To jest kunia. To jest typem tego ziomka. Hello. Trawiające zioła. Finansowanie miast. Jeszcze? Właśnie idzie w łazienę. Prostytucja. Przeczy. Hello? Hello. Pożyczyć sobie. tym skubesnym filtrze. Zapukać?
Blessings to you.
Myślę, że Barnaba. Siema. Nie budziłem
Do
cię?
you live here all alone? In a wilderness like this?
What wilderness? Walk a few paces and you come to a bloody great castle. And I'm not really alone. Animals are company too.
I understand. I prefer being on my own as well.
But don't think I'm a hermit. People sometimes come to get ointments or herbs, and I'm glad to see them. But greeting neighbors and listening to gossip every day? I'd rather not, thanks. It's true, I don't always sleep easy here. The castle may as well not be there for all the protection it gives me. You get strange people wandering around from time to time. The kind best avoided by honest folk. My advice to you is to be careful. I recently saw 2 vagabonds like that. No doubt they don't think I'm worth the effort. But I still lock the door every night and push a bench up against it.
Where exactly did you come across them?
In the rocks above my cottage. Be careful if you go there. I'll be with you.
Jesteś tym ziomkiem, który szukałem. Trocki arcymistrz. Nie dasz pewnego. O, ubrał się. Mogę z tobą jeszcze raz pogadać?
Excuse me.
Chyba nie. Jest. Jestem. Czyli posiedzenie. Tam pedał z kraju. Nie słuchaj. Znaleźć. Oczywiście. Ja to chyba... To jest w opisie napisane. To musi być tam. Dziwne, że się wsiadam na konia trójkątem, a schodzi... Nie, wsiada się X-em, a schodzi trójkątem.
What would you like this fine morning?
What do you have for sale?
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then? Eh?
Kurde. Piesek. Rzucił. Widać ten zamek. Trocki, tak? Wyraźniej. Obóz wroga. A tam nie będzie tych mistrza. Tam arcymistrza. Hello?
What? Scrap! Right now!
Okay. Fajnie.
Fuck off before I kill you. God! God! Quick!
What will it be?
What do you have for...
Take care then, and thanks for nothing.
To mogę handlować.
So you're that Grand Master?
What did you call me? Who's been telling you stories about me?
It's just that I've heard you're the best fighter far and wide.
Ah, so that's what this is about. I haven't been called that in a long while, lad. And who might you be?
My name's Henry, and I know a bit about fighting myself. I reckon I've beaten every fighter in the region, so I got sent to you.
You mean to beat me too, eh? I don't know. I'm getting too old for this sort of thing.
I came all the way here to see you. I'm giving you the chance to hit me with impunity. Do I really have to try to convince you?
At least embarrassment doesn't hurt. But bruises, cuts, and a broken nose, on the other hand...
I've been through a lot worse. You won't dissuade me with that.
All right, then. If it's really what you want, let's dance. But I have two conditions. First of all, we'll only fight once. I don't want you begging for a rematch when you lose. And second, the fight ends when one of us gives up. I don't want to have to try to revive you. Got it?
All right, agreed. Should we get right into it?
Fine. Let's get this over with. Let's go over there, so you don't trample my herbs. Ready?
Kurde. Może nie zapisałem.
You're telling me you beat all the fighters in the area? What do
You
you
can't
want?
take me!
Shit.
I'm too old for this shit. You want to try me? You're telling me you beat all the fighters in the area? I'll tell you, men used to fight better.
Mocno.
I'm too old for this shit.
O, zyskałem.
You're telling me you beat all the fighters in the area? Don't be a coward and attack. Don't slow down. You just got started.
Fucker!
Fuck you!
Tyle się tylko
I
odstawiam.
really don't need this anymore. Don't be a a coward and attack. Ah. So what's it gonna be? Ah. So what's it gonna be? Don't be a coward and attack. Ah. 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 Ah.
Sure.
I'm too old for this shit.
You're no match for
You're
me.
telling me cut the bullshit and fight. Ah. 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 Take that.
You can't take me.
We'll see about that.
There's. That's that.
You really gave me a licking, lad. Who'd have thought you had it in you?
You pack a hell of a punch yourself. For a herbalist, that is.
Well, now what? I'd hate to send you home empty-handed.
I didn't challenge you for money.
And I'm not offering you any. Let me clean up your wounds at least. Or I could show you how to treat them yourself. What do you say?
Actually, why not? I could stay for a little while.
That's more like it. And listen, what if that moment were to last a little longer? I have some lovely aged mead here. We could chat a while. I don't get many visitors here.
Did you say mead?
Homemade, my friend. Come, let's have a toast to our fight.
3 godziny.
Come on, have another with me.
Another one? This'll be the 7th. I think. I'm not a fish.
Don't be like that.
You
can't leave now anyway. You just puke in my flower bed and fall asleep on an anthill somewhere.
Well, that's your fault for living in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
It has its benefits too, you know.
Aye? And what benefits?
I'm my own master here. I don't give a flying toss about what's happening somewhere in the village.
Isn't it a bit of a lonely life?
Don't make me out to be some kind of hermit. I get people coming here for herbs, salves, and once in a blue moon, someone comes and challenges me to a fight.
Does that happen often?
Not the fighting part, but people have been coming here for herbs more and more often. If they're polite and ask nicely, I even let them pay me back later. Times are tough.
Sounds pretty boring.
You might be surprised. It can get pretty scary in the woods at night. Especially now, with all those bandits roaming the region.
Aren't you afraid they'll come here?
What would they do here? I'm just a dirty herbalist with a hut full of dried plants. Unless they're at death's door themselves.
Help bastards like them. I'll help them to the grave.
You say that now, but when someone comes knocking and puts his life in your hands, you can't just kick him out, even if you know he's a rotten bastard.
What would you do if someone like that came to you?
I don't rightly know myself. A broken leg or a dagger in the gut hurts everyone the same. That's true. But when I just think about that scum going off and killing someone the next day, it sends chills down my spine.
What made you move to this lonely place?
You think someone forced me?
Well, they say herbalists have green thumbs, not fists of steel. Did you get into some kind of trouble?
That's an interesting thought, but you're dead wrong. I just found myself here one day and decided to stay. I learned to like it here and make do with the little I had. I can teach you if you'd like.
Edward mocno potrwał i pokonać lepszego pięściarza w okolicy. Opłacało się. Osiągnięcie nowego kamienia milowego.
You said you could teach me something. What was it?
Other than fighting, I'm pretty familiar with all sorts of herbs. People come to me with various maladies.
And you always heal them?
Always. Always when there's still time. Sometimes they'd be better off going straight to the priest.
That sounds like it could come in handy.
But if I'm supposed to teach you something, it won't be for free.
I understand. I'd be happy to pay you.
All right. What do you want to know?
Chyba nie jestem.
Teach me a few tricks.
So what do you want to know?
Nic. Nie dowiedziałem się od niego, co on tu przyszedł. Człowiek zareagował, jeśli dowiedział, że był kradłem. Dobra, 77. Czekamy trochę. Jeszcze raz, leży. Spadnięcie.
What can I do for you?
Why did you become a herbalist?
Let me guess.
Czemu to
It
jest?
seems like a woman's work to you, eh?
To, o czym on gada, jest zależne od tego,
No, I didn't mean it like that. It's just that the only herbalists I know are women. You're the first male one I've met.
My grandmother taught me everything I know. She used to take me with her to the forest and told me something about every herb she picked. What it's called, where it grows, and what it's good for. And in the evenings, she tested me mercilessly on everything. If I made a single mistake, I got a slap on the ear.
You memorized everything? No recipes?
Why? I keep all the recipes in my head and measure out the ingredients by eye.
Isn't it dangerous not knowing the exact amounts and mixing the potions by eye?
Maybe for me. If I lick my fingers while crushing some herb Paris, for instance. But I've never poisoned anyone yet. Well, at least not by mistake.
No to możesz dowiedzieć, jeżeli komuś stało się potem to wygrać.
But people trust you anyway, since they buy salves and healing potions from you.
What else can they
To
do?
najlepsza postać w tej grze.
The only real apothecary here is Emmerich, and he charges a lot. Besides, he moved here from the city.
Teach me a few tricks.
What do you need, my friend?
To jest zależne, kurde. Tylko wkładać te rumiane. To nie ma tych rumian. Jeszcze dwa. Tak dużo. Poroli sposób chodzić. Każdy taki rumianek zbierać. To jest porolis. Jeszcze tu jest. Rakietek. Deadlift. Pięta. Ślapioniety. Dziurawiec. Co? Waleriana? Jak imię? Dobra, to było na tyle, ale chcę sprawdzić jeszcze, jak rzadkie jest to osiągnięcie. Okej, nie są to aż tak rzadkie. Muszę znaleźć tego orzeszka. To by było na tyle. Powinien powiedzieć.